Hello students, let's continue the chapter 3 of history, that is the Sultanate period, part 3. Today we'll continue with the topic administration and rule of Alauddin Khalji. But before that we'll discuss the answers of homework questions that I have given you in our last class.
Let's begin with the first homework question, that was why Ruknuddin Firoz Shah was dethroned, and the answer is Iltutmish was succeeded by his son Ruknuddin Firoz Shah and was dethroned because of his incompetence towards the kingdom. Now the next homework question was, name the 5 dynasties ruled during the period of Delhi Sultanate. And the answer is the 5 dynasties ruled during the medieval period of Delhi Sultanate are: first the Mamluk dynasty, second the Khalji dynasty, third the Tughlaq dynasty, fourth the Sayyid dynasty, and fifth the Lodi dynasty.
Let's continue with the topic administration and rule of Alauddin Khalji. But before that, let's revise about Alauddin. Who was Alauddin Khalji? So he was the most powerful ruler of Khalji dynasty, and he was the first ruler or Kish Sultan who established an empire in India. So what was the administration and rule of Alauddin during his rule? So Alauddin Khalji was a great general and a clever administrator. So वो एक बहुत ही महान सेनापति था और बहुत ही क्लेवर चतुर प्रशासक था. He took lot of measures during his reign to expand his territory or to make control and effective control over his territory. So he expanded his territory by conquering Gujarat and Malwa, that brought the control of seaports, western seaports under his control, and the expansion expanded to Rajasthan and then in Deccan. The defeated kings were not deprived, लेकिन जिन किंग्स को, राजाओं को उसने उनके किंगडम से हराया था, डिफीट किया था, वहां से उनको वंचित नहीं किया. डिप्राइव्ड मीन्स वंचित. वहां से उनको निकाला नहीं. ओनली ही सेड यू हैव टू रूल अंडर my power, means they have to accept the power of Alauddin Khalji and then they can rule in their kingdom. And after that he established a spy system, a strong spy system, so that he can keep a check on loyalty of the people. And during his rule he increased the prices of commodities also, so that he can maintain a large army, because he needed a large army for a better and effective administration. So he took some economic measures during his reign to maintain large army. And what was the economic measures? The economic measures were Alauddin wanted to maintain a large army. That's why he divided the land according to fertility. So the land within his control was divided into different parts according to the fertility of the land, and according to fertility he imposed the taxes on the land. He introduced a market control policy under which he kept a strict check on the corruption. Means he don't want any of the noble or the trader to be corrupted, collect more money from the common people. So he make a market control policy according to which he lowered the prices of the basic commodities. Under market control policy he lowered the prices of basic commodities so that common people can purchase the daily livelihoods easily. They can survive in less salary also, which resulted and the control policy gave result to less salary soldiers, because Alauddin wanted to maintain a large army, and to maintain a large army he needed more money. So he wanted to pay less salary, and in less salary also the people can easily manage their daily livelihoods by the lower prices of commodities. And the third one is, to make more money he established revenue reforms by paying his soldiers in cash and branding the horses to maintain their quality and full descriptions for each soldier. और अपने सोल्जर्स को और ज़्यादा पावरफुल बनाने के लिए उसने हॉर्सेस की ब्रांडिंग की, मींस अच्छे किस्म के घोड़े उनको प्रोवाइड किए एंड गिव अ फुल डिस्क्रिप्शन टू द सोल्जर्स. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन टॉपिक इज द एंड ऑफ खलजी डायनेस्टी. Khalji came to its end. So Alauddin Khalji's death was the beginning of the end of this dynasty. With the death of Alauddin Khalji, the end of dynasty started and a war of succession broke. After the death of Alauddin, लोगों में जीतने की, सल्तनत को सक्सीड करने की होड़ मच गई एंड खुसरो मलिक, the last ruler of the dynasty, was defeated by तुगलक किंग. तुगलक वंश के शासक ने उनके लास्ट रूलर खुसरो मलिक को हरा दिया एंड ही बिगन द रूल, मीन्स तुगलक डायनेस्टी started his rule in 1320 CE. Now the rule of Tughlaq dynasty started from 1320 to 1440 CE. Tughlaq dynasty ruled for nearly 100 years. इनका शासक लगभग 100 सालों तक था एंड दिस डायनेस्टी सॉ टू प्रोमिनेंट लीडर्स. इन्होंने दो प्रमुख शासक देखे अपने राइम के दौरान, लाइक मुहम्मद बिन तुगलक एंड फिरोज शाह तुगलक. The kingdom saw an expansion and a great number of administrative schemes. The Sultanate period saw its glory during this dynasty. So the first ruler of the dynasty was Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. After defeating the Khusro Malik, last ruler of Khalji dynasty, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, the first ruler of Tughlaq dynasty, his reign started from 1320 to 1325 CE. It means that the rule of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was very short. It was only for 5 years. And he brought expansion, obviously. इन्होंने अपनी सल्तनत को और आगे बढ़ाया और expand किया. He suppressed rebellions and strengthened the kingdoms. जो भी विद्रोह हो रहे थे, विद्रोहियों को इन्होंने suppress किया, खत्म किया और सल्तनत को अपने और strength दी. And his rule was very short for 5 years, and after that he succeeded by his son Jona Khan. Jona Khan, who named after that Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So the real name of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was Jona Khan. And here started the rule of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and it started from 1325 to 1351 CE. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a ruler as well as he was also a scholar. मतलब ये पढ़े लिखे थे, he was a scholar also, and that's why he was had a deep sense of justice. उनके पास न्याय करने की बहुत ही deep sense थी, and he was also an open-minded person. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was also one of the most powerful rulers of the dynasty, but due to some of his decisions, he lost the trust and respect from his nobles and people because of his failed schemes he continuously produced. Gradually his respect went down. And now we'll start the administration and rule of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq did certain experiments in the administration. And what was the experiments? Like shifting the capitals, introducing token money and taxation of fertile lands during famine that made him very unpopular among his nobles and people. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq was an intellectual sultan because he was a स्कॉलर ऑल्सो, तो वो काफ़ी इंटेलेक्चुअल थे, काफ़ी बुद्धि थी उनके पास. ही एक्सपेंडेड द एम्पायर फ्रॉम डेक्कन टू सदर्न स्टेट्स लाइक ओडिशा, बट आफ्टर दैट ही डिड सर्टेन एक्सपेरिमेंट्स with the administration, and these experiments failed with the time, and due to this reason and these experiments made him very unpopular amongst the people of his dynasty and the nobles also. So we'll discuss these experiments one by one. We'll start with the shifting of capital. The Sultanate raised taxes on fertile lands of Doab region. Doab region में जो भी fertile land थी उस पे taxes increase कर दिए गए. But the orders were taken at the time, wrong time, when the region was attacked by the famine. उस समय पे, उस गलत समय पे ये डिसीजन लिया गया, टैक्सेस इंक्रीज किए गए जब वहाँ पे सूखे की स्थिति हो गई थी. एंड देन पीपल डिस्कार्डेड देयर लैंड्स. लोगों ने अपनी ज़मीन को नकार दिया, उनको ठुकरा दिया, बिकॉज दे वर अनएबल टू पे द टैक्सेस विच वॉज रेज्ड बाय द मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक. क्योंकि जो भी टैक्सेस बढ़ा दिए गए थे और सूखे की स्थिति में लोग टैक्स पे करने में असमर्थ थे. एंड with the force and revolt, the Sultan withdraw the orders. जो उन्होंने अपने orders दिए थे उसको उन्हें वापस लेना पड़ा. And next the experiment took place in 1327 when Sultan decided the shifting of capital from Delhi to Devagiri, which he renamed दौलताबाद. तो देवागिरी को उन्होंने रीनेम करके दौलताबाद नाम दिया था. एंड इंस्टीड ऑफ शिफ्टिंग द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ओनली, ना कि सिर्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को शिफ्ट करने के अलावा उन्होंने जो आम जनता थी उनको भी दिल्ली से मूव करके दौलताबाद शिफ्ट होने का ऑर्डर दे दिया. दैट वाज अ रॉन्ग डिसीजन. एंड आफ्टर 2 years द शिफ्ट टुक प्लेस अगेन. और 2 साल बाद फिर से लोगों को दौलताबाद से दिल्ली शिफ्ट होने का ऑर्डर दिया गया. एंड बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक इट वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फ्रॉम दौलताबाद टू द नॉर्दर्न स्टेट्स फ्रॉम द डेक्कन रीजन. क्योंकि दौलताबाद में रह के डेक्कन रीजन पे उनका प्रशासन जो है वो कमज़ोर पड़ रहा था. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ही अगेन गिव द ऑर्डर टू move back from Daulatabad to Delhi again. And this was a wrong decision. People dead and suffered great losses, including their interest in Sultan. Now the third one experiment was introduced of token currency in 1329. Because of the shortage of silver, Muhammad bin Tughlaq gave order to produce the coins made of brass and copper. तो इन्होंने ऑर्डर दिया कि ब्रास और कॉपर के सिक्के जारी कर दिए जाएं सिल्वर की कमी के कारण. एंड ही ऑल्सो सेड दैट द ब्रास एंड कॉपर कॉइन्स हैड सेम वैल्यू एज द सिल्वर कॉइन्स. तो उनकी भी वैल्यू सिल्वर कॉइन के बराबर रहेगी. द कॉपर एंड ब्रास वॉज इजिली अवेलेबल एंड कैन बी मिंटेड इजिली ऑल्सो, क्योंकि वो आसानी से और सस्ते दाम पे अवेलेबल था और उसको आसानी से ढाला जा सकता था. Because of this reason, many forged coins, lots of forged coins, बहुत सारे नकली सिक्के सल्तनत में आ गए. Because of these forged coins, the treasury of the sultanate was blank, and this increase in forged coins led to decline in foreign trade also. Now, some other military expeditions like Karachi and Khorasan expeditions brought more failure to Muhammad's rule. Ibn Battuta was a Muslim traveler. तो ये एक मुस्लिम यात्री था and he was an explorer also. Explorer means खोजकर्ता भी था. He came from Morocco and he considered one of the greatest travelers of all time. और ये महान यात्रियों में से एक हैं जो कि भारत आए. And Ibn Battuta was famous for his traveling and undertaking excursions known as रिहला. और ये अपने यात्रा के लिए और एक्सकर्सन सैर के लिए जाने जाते हैं. And he wrote रिहला travels also, which is very famous. He was a काजी फॉर 8 years इन द कोर्ट ऑफ मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक. और मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक के रूल के दौरान ये उनके दरबार में 8 साल काजी भी रहे. एंड काजी उल ममलिक वॉज द चीफ जज of the Sultan and was the head of legal system also. He heard appeals from lower courts as well. तो ये जो lower court होती थी उसकी सुनवाई भी करते थे. he wrote in his account that the Sultan had many great ideas and plans, और इन्होंने अपनी किताब रिहला ट्रेवल्स में लिखा है that Sultan had many great plans, सुल्तान के बहुत सारे great plans थे, but because the Sultan was failed, the plans was failed because the common people could not understand the plans properly, क्योंकि जो आम जनता थी वो सुल्तान के जो प्लान्स थे उनको आसानी से समझ नहीं पाई, इस वजह से उनके सारे प्लान्स फेल हो गए. नाउ द नेक्स्ट ruler after the Muhammad bin Tughlaq was Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and his reign started from 1351 to 1388 CE. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was the cousin of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He came into power by the support of nobles. So इनको मंत्रियों का support था जिससे ये शासन इन्होंने संभाला, and other important people in the administrations. He was a literate person and reformer during his. Firoz Shah Tughlaq will continue in our next class. I have given some homework questions to you today which you have to complete. Read the chapter properly and complete your question answers properly. Thank you.